Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. So don't mind my kind of tired look. My wife just took me to dinner and I overate. I normally don't eat a lot of carbs. I try to kind of keep my weight lower, but I've been trying to work them in a little bit more. And I had a baked potato, and I am just like, it put me kind of in this like food coma. So we went next door to the restaurant, which is one of my favorite restaurants, Texas Roadhouse, and there's a dollar store. And back, I think about a week or two ago, I'd seen a bunch of YouTube videos with all like the kind of YouTube movie collectors saying that the dollar store had Blu-rays again. Every like maybe 5 to 6 months, they'll pull out Blu-rays for $1. So I went by there about a week ago. Um, Actually, it was closed the day I went, but I went another day with my wife, and there was none. So I was like, all right, either they all sold out, or they didn't put them out, or whatever. So we go today to pick up something really stupid, and I happen to just walk down the DVD aisle, and alas, there are like 20 or 30 Blu-rays. The new RoboCop, which I thought was bad. Something called, I think, The Colony or Colonization with Lawrence Fishburne, which I think my wife said we watched and was okay. Um, October something, Happy October, maybe it's called. It looked silly. And then the only other one I was on the fence with was called Return to Sender, which was a like a some kind of thriller horror movie. But they said that I looked up a review really quickly. It said it was extremely slow and that the ending was bad. Um, so I put that back. And then something with Julia Stiles called The Drowning, but I'm not a fan of Julia Stiles, so I put that back as well. But I did pick up these four movies, so I want to know if any of you guys have seen these. I'm hopefully going to watch them soon. I have a huge backlog now, as you've seen in my other videos. But I always try to pick up the weird kind of offbeat movies from the dollar store that I haven't heard of, which is usually most of them. So the first one that caught my eye was The Resident. I'm not a Hilary Swank fan. I do like Jeffrey Dean Morgan because I enjoyed him in Watchmen. It also has Christopher Lee, who I'm a fan of, the old Dracula, and it's a Hammer film. So that's really what got me on this. I was reading the back really quickly, and it said, you know, a Hammer something. I don't know if it's a Hammer classic, but famed horror studio Hammer, and Hammer films are really cool. So I figured, you know what, for $1, I'll check it out. If it sucks, I could sell it for $1 to the record store. I can give it to a friend, whatever. The second thing I saw was Dog Eat Dog, and this got really good reviews. Nicolas Cage and William Dafoe. It also has Peter Stormare, who is one of my favorite actors. He was from um, Zero Theorem and Constantine and 8 Millimeter and Fargo. People know him from Fargo, and people know him from The Big Lebowski. So anyway, all that sold me. The reviews were good. They said it was a black comedy thriller, and Nicolas Cage is kind of always over the top, and his movies can be pretty funny. So figured I'd check this out. The other Nicolas Cage movie I saw, which I think got some pretty good reviews. Oh, I'm sorry, this one has Peter Stormare. The other one doesn't. I don't think. You know, I mixed them up. I'm sorry. The other one, this one, Dog Eat Dog does not have Peter Stormare in it. This one does. Rage. I'd heard about this. I've seen the cover somewhere, but I've never seen the movie. And again, Nicolas Cage is wonky sometimes. The cover looks intense. As I said, Peter's in it. I like him a lot. Danny Glover's in it. He's pretty cool. So for $1, I'll check that out. And finally, this one I was really on the fence with. The Narrows. So I've sort of had a falling out with mob movies and Italian American films. You know, Goodfellas is great. Casino is great. You can even go to the Hispanic gang films like Scarface, which he was originally Italian in the book. They changed him to Cuban, I think, in the movie. But I kind of like got bored of like Blow and The Town and like all the sort of mob mentality movies. 29th Street is amazing, by the way, if you haven't seen that. So The Narrows. This has Vincent D'Onofrio in it, who I do like, and it sounds like some, Italian American mob film, and it talks about the Verrazano Bridge and Manhattan. So you know what? I figured I'd check this out, and if it sucks, my mom likes movies like this, and my dad. The thing with it, like Italian movies, coming from an Italian family or an Italian American background, people can really overact, and it comes off very, very like schlocky, and the voices and the accents come off stupid, and they kind of make Italian Americans look bad most of the time. I feel like it's just too much. Sort of like how My Big Fat Greek Wedding is fun, but if every Greek person in every movie acted like that, you'd be like, that's sort of how it feels from a personal point of view. I'm not very sensitive about it. I just don't enjoy that kind of like overacting Italian thing. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you've seen any of these. That's what I'm really curious about because I've heard of some of these, but not really. And for a buck a piece, they might suck. So I want to know if you guys have seen them and if you enjoyed them. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.